All right, let's go. Let's get into it, guys. What do we got going on tonight? Anybody got fun stuff? TK saying he won his round of Grand Arena. That's awesome to hear. It's always it's always nice when you get matched up against a tough opponent and emerge victorious. That's what we like to hear. All right, put a timer up. For anybody not familiar with the format for these live streams that I do, I typically will chat with everybody for a little while, answer questions, do account reviews, whatever. And then we'll do the Grand Arena on my alt account, the Darth Loquitur account. Currently Bronzium 3. Then we'll do same thing in the middle, have a little break, and then we'll go into the main account, which is Kyber II. And play that out. That matchup looks to be interesting today. We have an opponent on the main account. This is the kind of thing where you open it up and you go, oh, cool, he's got Lord Vader and SLKR and Rey and JML and C. So 5 GLs, guys. 5 GLs versus 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out for sure. That's intimidating. It's intimidating. All right. Let's see what we got over in chat over here. Got cancel culture in the house. Zymergy's here. Everybody's saying hello. We got Chagrin, Smack saying what's up. We got Lord somebody, Megatron. That's an interesting way to spell Megatron, all like meta characters and whatever. Benny Lau is here. Dalton Miles. Hey guys, thanks for coming. David Baker says good evening. David Dutro says hi there, DL. Good luck, but watch those banners. Mine keep adding incorrectly. Yeah, I think, was it you that was saying that you cleared the top zone and it lost 9 banners on you somehow? So I've been watching for that, and mine have so far been calculating correctly. So I haven't seen that problem myself, but definitely if I see the same thing, I should notice because we're used to seeing what the scores look like at the end. So Jamie LePetra says hello from Spain. Hello. It's got to be late over in Spain. What, like probably 12:30 at night, huh? Or 12:30 in the morning, I guess I should say. However you want to look at it. AM. You lost 11 banners today. Wow, that is so weird. Nick Gale's here from Australia. Dalton Miles says, my previous matchup, my opponent had six GLs to my 2 GLs. Had no chance, so went total D and still lost. 1:35 a.m. in Spain. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you can make it to the stream, and if not, it'll be here for you to watch later. Thanks for the Watt demo yesterday, Loquitur. Super helpful. Yeah, I actually had some people asking me questions about the order of geos. Even some guild members, I guess, hadn't previously heard that you need to put the geo members in a certain order. So yeah, maybe that helps somebody else too. All right. So let's. You guys can post up any questions you got over there. My mod video's been out for a little while now, so you've got to see the slicing video on mods. If anybody's got any questions about that video, anything you want me to answer, just pop them in the chat over there. To keep us busy while we do that, we're going to go ahead and kick off some account reviews. I got one pulled up here from a fella named Rummy Nose. Kind of like a runny nose, only rummy, I suppose. And he's with the UK Skywalkers, the European branch of the Skywalkers. Nice. British Skywalkers. Galactic power over here is 3 million. 1.3 in ships, 1.6 in characters. quite a lot in ships, so we're always happy to see that. Number 6 in fleet with a Tarkin fleet that has some Imperial ships and a Hound's Tooth to start. I imagine there's probably a big Vader ship in there somewhere. In Arena over here, we can see that there's a Relic 7 Vader, so I imagine that he's built an Imperial fleet with Vader as a reinforcement. So there's Vader as ship. We've got Anakin's ship. That's nice. That's a fantastic reinforcement for any fleet. Nice. So he probably uses the 2 ties, the Hound's Tooth, and then uses TIE Advanced and Anakin to come in and just lay down the damage. Cool. Then he's got a Rebel fleet. He's got some Bounty Hunter ships that he's working on. He's got the Gauntlet Starfighter in there. The Geos are started, but not fantastic. All right, so we can see for sure that he's got one good fleet. He's got Chimera at 6 stars. So he could potentially have a second fleet. I don't see a clear outline for the second fleet, though. I don't know if it's Rebels. Maybe he's using Rebels. So he's got the Millennium Falcon here, some Rebel ships. Yeah, so I guess he's using Rebels second. All right. Let me check over here and see if the owner of the account happens to be in the chat. Maybe he'll say something. Blessed Carrot's in the house. Hey, man. Hope Xmas was good for you and your family. Yeah, it was great. I had a good Christmas. I sure did. I had a good Christmas. I don't know what's better, getting presents yourself or watching everybody else open theirs. I always have more fun seeing, other people get gifts that they enjoy. My wife was kidding me. One of the stocking stuffers I got was a book of dad jokes. And she said, I think that's the best gift you got. And I said, well, maybe not the best gift, but it was certainly entertaining. So I got a new book of dad jokes. We'll have to go on a dad joke telling spree again here in the future. But yeah, some of them are pretty funny. There was one in there that's making me laugh. It's just like, the ones that kind of catch you off guard are the best. Is what's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. It's dumb, but it makes me laugh. So yeah, I like those jokes. Rummy nose is the name of a tetra fish. Okay, so a rummy-nosed tetra. Nice. Maybe it's a fan of fish. That's cool. I built a filter in Hot Utils that pulls out your suggested sliceable mods, says David Baker. Oh, that's cool. You can do that? That's nice. Nice. Wondering what advice for slicing arrows. Is it any different? The advice is exactly the same for slicing arrows with substats, but for just regular arrows, typically you're looking for a speed main stat anyway, so that's why I kind of skip arrows, because when you're looking at speed, you're pretty much just going to take speed on the arrow. But yeah, all the same stuff applies when you're looking at arrow substats. All right, mostly caught up on chat, still got a ways to go, but let's get back to the account review. I don't see that the owner is in chat, so I think to get 4 fleets up and running, definitely has to get the Geos up and going. The Geos are a free fleet. Just get those 3 ships. They're characters that you want to have anyway. It's the easiest and freest fleet that you can possibly play. Number 1 piece of advice that I'm going to give to the owner of this account, regardless of the current status of your ships, I really have to question whether or not you're in a good enough guild. Maybe you like the guys in the guild that you're in, maybe you like a casual low-pressure guild, but making it to 3 million galactic power without getting either a negotiator or a malevolence means that you're either spending your get to somewhere that you probably shouldn't, or you need to get a better guild and get those fleets going. You can't substitute those 2 ships. You really need them. And especially by the time you get 4 fleets, 2 of those fleets need to be the negotiator and malevolence. So consider your guild, at 3 million galactic power, having neither one of those capital ships is not where you want to be. And I understand you can do well with the Empire fleet. You're doing well with it. and you're getting 6th place in your fleet arena, that's fine. But yeah, you can't replace those 2 ships. So even if you think you shouldn't invest in them, maybe this review will inspire you to think about that and change your mind and at least get the Malevolence, build the 3 Geos and get the Malevolence. It's just that is already a good enough fleet to beat a lot of stuff. And you need 4 of them anyway, so 4 fleets. So take a look at that. All right, character-wise, Vader, Palpatine, Bosk, Anakin, Jedi Knight Revan over here, Commander Luke down here, Kylo Ren unmasked, Yoda. And a lot of this stuff looks like the Sea Journey. You got Grand Moff Tarkin, Count Dooku, Thrawn. Makes a good Empire team. Also looks like the beginning of Sea Requirements. Qui-Gon Jinn down here, some bounty hunters. Bastila Fallen. He built enough Ewoks to get C-3PO. We've got Enfys Nest in here. What I would say, just looking at this, I don't see a good direction for the next big thing. There's a lot of Gear 12 characters that have a bunch of the Gear 12 to 13 pieces locked down on them. If you're going to lock down this many pieces on a character, commit to it, finish it out, quit farming new characters and just get these characters to relic level. But then what are you going for? Are you going for Executor? Are you going for Sith Eternal? Because these characters don't match up with a lot of stuff, you know. Building Yoda for the Revan team, maybe. Building Kylo just to have a pilot. So that's the issue with this account that I see so far. I don't see a good direction on exactly what we're going for here. Maybe you guys in the chat can see something that I don't see. So I'll catch up on chat and then we'll take a quick look at the mods. All right, what did the water say to the boat? Nothing, it just waved. I'm sure that's going to be the answer. All right. Hey DL, have you done the current Galactic Fleet 10 Evades fleet? Brian Gates, I have not successfully gotten that feat done. On my main account, I put in the TIE Fighter that gets foresight and gets more dodges. And I tried to accumulate some dodges with that. I put that under the Executor where I can use a skill that gets me dodges. And then I just try to make the battle last long enough to get the dodges. But my experience is if I go down a couple levels, then I just crush it. If I go up to the top level, then if I take long enough to try to get all the dodges, then I start to lose. So yeah, no, I haven't been able to complete the dodges yet. I think I might take another run at it with that Executor fleet and try to soften it up some more and just put the Houndstooth in at the start and see if I can get some more dodges out of that. Maybe something with the Ghost and Phantom at a lower level. So if I had a really good Ghost and Phantom, they're probably the ships that you can get the dodges. Ghost and Phantom could probably get all those dodges because of the way that their interaction works and getting the foresight and taunt onto the Phantom. But my Phantom and Ghost aren't that good, and I haven't been able to. So no, I don't have the feat completed on either one of my accounts at the highest level. You can get box 9 by just doing one of the character battles, though, because the feat down at the character battles, I think, is win without losing a unit. So if you get to box 8, you can cap off box 9 just by doing the level 3 feat. All right, let's keep catching up over here. Love Machine said I got the same thing in my stocking. That's fantastic. So mod slicing, says Graham Case, I get your method and I like it. Your cheat sheet is great, but one question about it. Why wouldn't you slice a 2-hit speed subset from purple to gold? Yeah, Graham, I actually talked about that in the video. And could you post the mod slicing cheat sheet to Discord if you haven't already? Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that. I could probably even make a page and post it with the video. But the reason is you've got a 25% chance to hit speed. And if you only got 2 hits and you're at purple, there is a 75% chance that mod is not going to go to 3-speed mod at gold. So for me, I'm not going to invest the materials for a 25% chance at that level. At that point, it's just going to be a purple mod with 2 speed hits in it. And again, if you had tons of slicing materials, 1 out of 4 of those is going to work out for you. And maybe it works. But for me, I would rather farm the next mod that actually gets a hit and that I can invest wisely in those materials. So yeah, I'm just not going to invest that expensive of a slice with a 75% chance that I don't get what I want. All right. Nuke says exactly what I needed for a Sunday night, a DL stream. Nice. Thanks, man. Oh, by the way, when's the next installment of your in-depth mod guide? I've been interacting with the early game Swgoh players, and the series have been gold. Well, the last one, so we've done number 4. Number 5 should be out, hopefully, next week or so. With the holidays and stuff, I'm spending time with the family, but we'll get that 5th one. The 5th one is just going to be about inventory management a little bit, selling, buying mods. So it won't be a very long one, and it'll be pretty much to the point on how we select things to buy and sell. I changed my guild to a great one. Thanks for the advice. Nice, Blessed Carrot. I built my geos. I'm contributing to Watt Shards just as DL suggested. Teresius says my opponent had 5.4 million and a 7-star finalizer and has all the prereqs for Executor, but has neither Malevolence or Negotiator. Yeah, and it feels like the people with fleets that are set up like that, you just feel like you have a huge advantage, and you do, right? I think you should go for C. He already started the dark side farms. TK says, Santa brought me a Lightsaber t-shirt. Nice. Thanks. Thanks for supporting the channel, TK. Appreciate that. Looks like an abandoned sea journey into a more recent JMK farm. Yeah, I don't know for sure. So I would say, like I said, stick to the plan. You know, pick a Galactic Legend at this point and go for it. 306 speed on a TIE Fighter pilot. I guess for Squad Arena? Not sure why TIE Fighter pilot would get that much love. 280 speed. So TIE Fighter pilot is good and Thrawn is less good. Dooku has crit damage mods on him. This guy likes to do everything for crit damage. Let's see if Vader's got the same thing. Crit chance, potency, and health. 269 speed. That's pretty good speed for Vader for not having speed mods. He does have a crit damage and a potency. So that's good. So he's just trying to, you know, get some potency up here, potency down there, using the best mod. The Vader's actually okay. But I would definitely put TIE Fighter mods on somebody better. Maybe CLS when you get him up and running. Grand Moff Tarkin's pretty fast. It's okay. 11 speed, 3 rolls, 11 speed. Not a terribly good mod. 3 rolls, 14 speed. It's okay. Slicing that mod. Whew, feels desperate. 16 speed. So in our system, right, this would be done, right? If we didn't hit speed in 2 hits, it'd be done. It would stay at blue. We wouldn't hit that one to purple. 12 speed over here. We would not have been slicing on this mod. Alright. Interesting. And then what's Luke got? Crit damage and crit chance, 265. Okay. So what I would say is, yeah, for a 3 million account, the mods also seem to be lagging a little bit. All right, so my biggest advice, get yourself a better guild if you're into that kind of thing, and get one of those two capital ships going for sure. Pick a journey. I think Sith Eternal is the best journey for this account for where you're at. You've got a lot of fill teams. That's good. Don't commit your resources to these characters until you're really ready to take them to Gear 13. Leave a lot of this stuff as, green pluses. Just leave it alone. Lock it down when you're ready to commit to Gear 13. Having two characters that are one piece away, I would certainly just drop whatever else I'm doing. Keep, but yeah, I was going to say keep farming other stuff for stars if you need to, but he's got so many projects that are already started down here that I don't feel like I would even, I would take a break on this account and just work on relicking characters for a good, 2 months. Don't need more teams, just need to keep building the ones we've got up better, focus on C, and get it done. That's my advice. That is what I think. Mara Jade DL, what's your view or experience about her impact to the Darth Vader team? I'm using her at 3 stars and it's working well. I haven't even messed around with it yet, Carrot. I haven't even touched her. I think she's still level 1. No, not even activated. Look at this. We still got to activate her. There we go. There's my experience with Mara Jade. Now activated. We'll promote her. You give her some more stars. Give her some more stars. There you go. You see she's got 5 of 65. I always go into these things and with a new character, a lot of times I'll just buy this once. I'll just hit that one time just on the off chance that if the game wants me to have the character, it'll just go ahead and give me 330 shards, and then I'll build the character. But yeah, that's it. I have no experience with her at all yet. Got to get her up and running. All right, how far can we gear her up, do you think? Probably like gear 8. I'm missing all kinds of gear in the middle. Yeah, there we go, gear 8. As expected. We'll throw mod set on her and play around with it a little bit. Palpatine is the leader. That seems really good. Double damage to shocked enemies and to Jedi. Oh, that's a Zeta. No. I almost Zeta'd that. Yikes. Alright, what's this? Another Zeta. Yow. Holy cow. This is a text wall. Look at this. Look at this text wall. It's craziness. Alright. So there we go. We got Mara Jade. We'll favorite her. We'll throw some mods on her at some point and give her a try. See what she's got. Use Malevolence with the Hyena Bomber, just 1 ship, and the Finalizer with the Silencer, again 1 ship on attack this round. 75 and 74 banner wins. That's fantastic, Eris. Nice. Graham says, I love her at 3 stars and can't wait to build her up. Benny Lau says, I wonder what CG is planning to do with MJ and Qui-Gon Jinn. Mara Jade and Qui-Gon Jinn. I worry what CG is planning to do. Huh. I don't know what that means, Benny Lau, but let me know. DL needs way more lightsabers. Yeah, I do. Kind of low on that. You won't regret it, DL. I'm wondering if your Zeta filter We'll apply some to her. Man, I'm low on Zetas on my main account. I got no Zeta materials. And still a bunch of Bad Batch. I think Bad Batch are going to get my next Zetas. We'll get them to a point where they can stand on their own. They're working under Padme right now, but we'll try to get them to the point where they can stand on their own. I got to get Omega, a couple more gear tiers here. I could probably just see if some of these are for sale on my main account and buy a couple of these up. Oop, what just happened? I missed the buy button. There, we can upgrade her a level now. Or 2. Or 3. Oh, look at that. Nice. All right, so we can add Omega to the team then and make a standalone Bad Batch here pretty soon. We're getting a couple of them close to relic level. Not there yet, but yeah, I got a little ways to go. Still got the last 100 on all of these guys. So got Wrecker done. Of course, we were farming Wrecker earlier because Wrecker's on the same shard as the BTL B, so I caught a bunch of his shards while I was finishing out that farm. So that's nice. Qui-Gon Jinn is apparently overbugging Jedis, so not working as intended, and Mara Jade has a strange AI interaction with Jedi Knight Revan. So they got stuff that they need to fix. I see what you're saying. There's a pack for 99 cents for Omicrons that feels like 99 euros for Omicrons that feels like whale food. Okay. 30 Omicron materials. Wow. Okay. So they put Kairos in here too? With the Kairos in, that adds a lot of value to that. That's 2 Kairos is basically what, like, I feel like these are like 2,400 each in the shop, right? Something like that. I'm not remembering how much money these are in the shop. Okay, so 1,400 for that. So it's like 2,800 for the 2 of them together. Yeah, okay. So 2,800 crystals just there, that's about $20. And then this stuff is, yeah, probably a little bit more money, but I don't know how much people would really count that as value. So it's basically saying $80 for 30 Omicron materials. So whale food is exactly correct. That's exactly what it is. It's not a good value. You'll get those Omicrons anyway at some point. It's just if you want to speed it up and get them sooner, that's what you got to do to get them sooner. All right, what ship should I farm first for my negotiator fleet? Anakin's ship absolutely has to be the #1 priority. Ahsoka's easy to build, so Ahsoka, Anakin, and Houndstooth. If your Houndstooth is already committed to another fleet, then the BTLB Y-Wing. So if you're just starting to work on it, you're thinking way ahead, BTLB, Anakin, Ahsoka, 5s. Those 4 ships will get you started. Rex's ship is fantastic in that fleet, but it's kind of, it's good when the rest of your ships and reinforcements are already also good. If your other ships aren't, Relic 7 ships, then Rex kind of falls off a little bit. So committing to him as a character and building him up to high enough level to pilot that ship and make it good, to me makes it like a second tier thing, It's definitely a good ship to put with the fleet, but it's not one of the first ones that you build. So I built Ahsoka, Anakin, Houndstooth, and had to decide on another ship to bring in, and I finally decided on 5s. Just because committing to Rex and building up Rex to relic level this early, for me, wasn't in the cards. All right, let's get into this Grand Arena. Take a look at our opponent. And Again, the opponent might watch this, so I don't ever want to be rude to people. But, you know, he's 2.2 million galactic power with 900 in ships and 1.3 in characters. And on the ship side of things, it looks okay. He's got Geos at gear 12. He's got Anakin's ship built up, which is nice. Vader. Some other miscellaneous stuff. The Silencer at 6 stars. But same thing we just talked about with the account review. His capital ships are all in sad shape. Guys, I can't express to you enough how important the pilot of these capital ships is. It increases the speed in your capital ship. All of these capital ships are going so late in the first round, and your opponent is always going to get their reinforcement way ahead of when you get your reinforcement. And that makes these fleet battles so hard when they've got 4 ships fighting year 3 and you're still not back around to your capital ship turn. You can't have that. You gotta get these things fast enough that you can keep up with your opponents with their reinforcement or stay ahead of them. So the gear on these captains of these ships, you can't leave these guys at gear 8 like this. This is, you know, not a functional capital ship at this point. You can't build up their passive. You can't get enough speed for them to be effective. It really minuses your fleet's potency. Character-wise, Darth Revan, Vader, Yoda, Bastila Shan, Darth Revan, and I believe there's a little baby Malak somewhere in here. Yeah, there's a Malak down here at gear 8. I think that's gear 8. So we do have the Malak in there, but not anything we'd need to worry about. So honestly, when I look at this guy's account, to me, I'm not afraid of anything that he can put down for fleets. And I'm also not afraid of anything that he can put down for characters. So that means I can pretty much set whatever defense I want and still have good confidence that I can work through his defenses. So the true opponent, I think, was my second opponent. And now that I'm on to the 3rd round, this feels like much less of a challenge. All right. Good luck on your GACs, DL. I'm headed off to see the new Spider-Man movie. Oh, cool, man. I hope it's good. Benny Lau says, TK, I'm watching it too later. And getting the Darksaber as Christmas. Nice. As a Christmas myself. Nice. Okay, so my defenses, I basically said, we're going to go ahead and commit Padme on defense because we can. Grievous. Put the Sith Eternal down over here with Bounty Hunters. And then we can put a complete garbage team back here on the back because we don't expect him ever to get through C. And put the Negotiator on defense again because I don't know that he can even beat the Negotiator with the ships that he's got. His defenses, he put level 1 Bad Batch and Geos. And then over here he put very low level Ewoks and Jedi Knight Revan. So this Revan, I think we could probably use troopers on that. Clean that up real quick. For the Geos, then we have Vader or Enfys Nest, either one, depending on what we see on the back wall. So to crack on through here, I think we just put Dooku in against these guys solo. With Dooku protection recovery, we may even get to see that 79 banner win. All right. Let's see what we can do against some scrub walks. Elder first. All right, get some counterattacks going here. Yikes. All right, it's looking good for 79. Ha ha ha, there it is. 79 banners. That feels good. That's a high number. Makes you feel good about things. All right, so let's talk through the troopers for anybody who isn't familiar with the troopers. We just got to get our turn meter train going. Every buff we get keeps giving us turn meter. So as we start the combat, Piet we'll link up the Snowtrooper. That'll give us 2 buffs that gives 20% turn meter to everybody. Stark will put up buffs that gives 30% turn meter to everybody. And then we'll take off armor on him. The Veers will call a mass assist. When he calls the mass assist, that's 5 actions from 5 troopers. So we'll actually get 50% turn meter from that. We'll pop the Savior. And then we'll be able to get kills and just keep the turn meter train going. That's how the troopers work. That's what we're going to do. Probably going to kill Juhani first if we can. And then pop Savior on her. And then, so when Savior is popped, the character gets to take a turn. And for example, if you give that to old Ben, he can put ability block on your whole team. If you give that to Revan, he can, you know, do all kinds of nasty stuff you don't want. If you give it to Ahsoka, she'll get a hard hit. Juhani basically will just go into stealth, I think. So if we kill Juhani with Savior, give her a free turn, we don't really care. Then we can kill Bindo, keep working our way through the team. That's the plan. Murder Bear munchies for Dooku. Easy peasy. Yeah, alright, so we link up the Snowtrooper first. And then we're going to cut his armor in half. Then we're going to target Juhani. And we're going to get rid of Savior. Okay, Savior's down. Juhani went into stealth. Did we also kill Ahsoka just by accident? I think we did. I think we accidentally killed Ahsoka as well. Because our troopers are so dang powerful. But she didn't have enough sauce to kill anybody, so that worked out well. Is it worth getting the Negotiator and Malevolence to 5 stars each for the first or focused? So, my advice, if you're going for a gas journey or something like that, you have to have a 7-star Negotiator. From my experience, the Malevolence will work just fine at 6 stars. It's already performing at 6 stars almost as well as it does at 7. So for sure, if you start with Malevolence and you want to stop it at 6 stars, it's 100 to finish it out to 7 stars, and it's only 145 to unlock the Negotiator. So at that point, switch over, get the Negotiator unlocked, and get that going. But then I would take the Negotiator all the way to 7 stars before I go back and finish out the Malevolence. If you do it the other way around and you get a 5-star Negotiator and then you open up a 5-star Malevolence, then I would go back right away and finish the Negotiator out to 7 stars. That's my experience. The Negotiator needs the stars. It needs the power to be a competent fleet. Oh, Sexy Revan says, I followed DL's advice and left the Malevolence at 6 stars and started working on the Negotiator. So I've given that same advice before, for sure. Yeah. I went Malevolence to 5 stars and then switched Negotiator to 7 and came back and finished them. Yeah. So Nick is saying that worked real well. I focused on maxing out one Get 2 ship and then switched to another one. Says Plasma. Started with Malevolence. Benny Lau says, once the troopers march, almost no one can stop. Yeah, the dichotomy between how they were presented in the movies with no accuracy, can't shoot anything, can never hit anybody, and then in the game, they just annihilate things. They hit like a truck. These troopers are super accurate. I saw a Christmas meme of a stormtrooper sitting on Santa's lap, you know, this like the Toy Story thing where he's telling Santa and Santa says you'll shoot your eye out, and the trooper says not a chance. That's the whole comic. It's just him sitting on Santa's lap. It's that scene from Christmas Story and him saying not a chance. Yeah, not these troopers though. These are super accurate. All right, is this Old Mall? Yeah, with no mods. All right, so that's a freebie on the back wall there. We got a freebie on the front wall here. So we can definitely use Vader up here. That's the most efficient way to kill these Geos and get 60 What, 68 banners? That's what this will be, 68. I think this is a 68 banner win. And then we could do nest and something else and finish it out. All right, here we go. Doing our trick. Bang, Merciless Massacre, 6 basic attacks. Oh no, we're gonna call spy. You know what? We're not gonna call anybody. We're not gonna. Yeah, we're gonna call spy. Get him out of here. All right, do this. Do this. Basic. Basic. Do this to get another free turn. Do this to get another free turn. Right back to Merciless Massacre. 1, 2. Counterattack me. Come on, bro. 68. He's good. Okay. Who has the best chance of keeping max banners? You know, we could do... Is there any? I mean, anybody that comes in here with area effect, right? We just walk in, hit one area effect button, and we're done. That's right, isn't it? So we can just pop Yoda in here, run across with him, and that should be the match. Okay. 69 banners. And then let's do the same thing on the back wall with Enfys Nest. And see if she's got enough in the tank to kill everybody with one hit. All right, here we go. Big hit. Bam. What? Echo lived. But not for long. 69 banners. There was another theory that the stormtroopers in the movie are missing on purpose to allow Luke and Leia to escape, so they follow back to their base. Yeah, so they can track them. Yeah, that's clever. That's clever. Oh, we just want them to think that they're getting away. That could be a valid theory, right? That could be a valid theory. I like that. That's a good explanation. I'm going to use that in the future. Stick up for my boys, my stormtrooper boys. Let's get this soldier out of here. He just dies so fast, it's not even funny. We'll do that and that. And what else? What else can help me take out Houndstooth if I need to? Just more separatists, right? Put in the 2-hit point vulture droid. Okay. Alright, let's get in there. Okay. Why not spy as a reinforcement? I don't know. Because he's relic and I want to do a lot of damage up front right away. Alright, let's just go ahead and do the area effect. It'll prompt the Houndstooth to taunt, but we've got 2 taunters, so we can go over here and... You know what? I'm going to give him a stun. And then I can try to kill this guy straight up. Put some buzz droids on people. Alright. I'm on fire! Stop it. Alright, we'll finish him off. Let's not be on fire. This is too many debuffs. Get these debuffs off of me. Let's we'll hit Houndstooth. Oh, I could have targeted him behind stealth or behind taunt. I gotta do that with the hyena bomber. I get in a hurry and don't take my time. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. This should kill off Big's Darklighter. And then Vader's not long for the world. Okay, done. Pretty good banners too, right? 68. 68's pretty good banners. So my spy is relic and my soldier is not. The spy is tougher. Sunfac is a tank, so he's automatically tougher. So the soldier is the one that's kind of paper and can just be ripped apart by the opposing fleet. So I just put 3 tough ships out there to start with. All right, so 1074, super high efficiency clear because he gave us, you know, 3 free wins, unfortunately. And I got a ton of stuff on defense, so I think this one's a foregone conclusion. That puts me 6-0 in the new system, guys. Not too much of a surprise for the Loquitur account. I kind of expected that we would be able to climb. I don't want to go up 2 divisions, though. I hope this doesn't put me to Bronzium 1. So 2340. This is 2190 to 2270. So yeah, the next division up should easily be 23 something. Can we look at this? How do we look at this system? It won't let me click on the next one. Is there a way, do you guys know, is there a way for me to see the next division up? Oh, here we go. Bronzium 3 to Bronzium 2. But we can't really see the skill rating off of this. But there's a bunch of 2390s, 2359, 2369. So yeah, we should only be passing up to Bronzium 2. That's good. That's what we want. That's what we want. And then if we get to Bronzium 1 in the final week, that's fine. And then we'll stay in Bronzium for 1 more round before we get to Chromium. We're going to need that time to get our fleets together anyway, so that's plenty good enough for progress for me. Have you seen the bug in the scoring system when you do not set defenses? No, I haven't seen that, Blessed Carrot. What's that? Isn't it an advantage? I'm at Bronzium 1. It says above 2340 skill rating. 2340 is the cutoff. Oh no. Oh no. So that means I'm going to be in Bronzium 1. Above 2340 skill rating. If it says above 2340, then I'm exactly on the line. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see if I go into the 2 or the 1. Nick Gale says I went 3-3 in the first week and moved up 2 divisions. Yeah. I mean, if your skill rating is is more than a division wide, then you go up. So, okie dokie. Well, we'll look forward to going up 1, possibly 2. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like in Bronzium, this account is very efficient. I was doing really well in Grand Arena at my galactic power, so I don't feel like it's going to be too bad in Bronzium 1. Joe Setterfield says, hey, DL, just want to say you're the man. Big up. Oh, man. Gave me a heart. Thanks, man. Right back at you. You'll be fine either way. Yeah, I don't want to go to Chromium yet. That's the thing. I don't want to end up in Chromium yet. I feel like I need another few weeks of working on fleet because I don't have my other fleets set up yet. I'm still flailing along at that. And I really, really, really need a fleet management system. I really need it. It's so annoying when I go into fleets and ships here and there's no organization to it. There's no ship squads. I can't, like, I got to sort through this stuff every time I want to look at it. It's super annoying to me. I'm done with it. I want it fixed. I want them to fix this stuff. Give me a fleet squad management tool right meow. All right. Let's give ourselves a deadline here on the starting up of this next GAC. And then let's think about doing another account review. You can't change to Chromium until the season change of GAC. Yeah, I understand that, Nick Gale. The thing is, I don't want to go to Chromium at the end of the season. That's what I'm saying. I want to play 2 more rounds, and I still want to be in Bronzium. I don't want to go to Chromium for the next season. And then in the next season, I'm just in Division 1 of Bronzium, and I can play out the whole season and then see where I end up after that. And then I'll advance to Chromium in the season after, I believe. So yeah, I do not want to go to I do not want to go to Chromium. That's the thing. It's not about next week, it's about the week after that and the final advancements. I do not want to. And I may have to throw a game intentionally or 2 in the last round. We'll see how it all works out, but yeah, I just may lose intentionally because I don't want to be in Chromium yet. All right. Hey Dale, check additional information about the scoring system above. Okay. So Blessed Carrot says if you have C in a zone with 2 teams, if you don't define a second team, there's no points for your opponent. Really? Well, if that's true, I'm certainly not going to take advantage of it. Even if things are not working as intended in the game and there's a bug, I'm certainly not going to do it. If I find out that I can skip placing defenses and that I could get an advantage over my opponent, I'm not going to skip placing defenses. That's cheesy. Even if it works, even if it helps you win, that win is tainted by the fact that you didn't play the system as it was intended to be played. So, I mean, if my opponent plays it against me and I lose to it, then, I mean, it sucks. But I'm not going to play it that way myself. So just so you all know, if I ever know that there's a bug that I can take advantage of it, I pretty much am not going to be taking advantage of the bug. So, and I don't want to advertise that there's a bug on my channel because I would prefer if you know, Inquisitors took the moral high ground and that kind of stuff as well and played the game the way it's intended to be played. But that's just it's a self thing. It's some overgeneralized sense of justice or something like that I have. But yeah, I do not condone using anything in the game to your advantage, even if it's like an unintentional bug. Like they had that thing where you could put 3 characters. You could put Hermit Yoda, C-3PO, and Mon Mothma into a team and put it in a zone. And, you know, for a while, everybody was doing that because as soon as the opponent joined, they would immediately run away and the match would be over. And there was a cheat filter that said if you won the match in 1 second or less or something like that you were cheating. So all you had to do was put that on defense and your opponent couldn't fight it. As soon as they entered that battle, they would lose the battle and the game would immediately ban them for cheating. And people knew that was a bug, and they just did it over and over and over again. And they said, well, you know, until my opponent might do it to me, so until they fix it, I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I think that's just a rotten attitude. That's unethical, you know. If you know that's a bug and you know that it's going to flag your opponent for cheating, that's exactly what you should never do. You should never cheat. Even if it's not working as intended, that's akin to cheating. Do not condone. I hope it's not a bug. It'll help people punch up above their GP. Well, if it really does have something to do with C or something like that, then yeah. I mean, it's limited use. Blessed Carrot says, yeah, it's cheesy. I thought you would not use it. Yeah, no, there's no way. Joe Setterfield says, respect that. Cheers says, hey, DL, unlock the Executor and be placing it on D. What's the difference in performance from 4, 5, 6, 7 stars? Is there a sweet spot in terms of efficiency? Probably versus malevolence. So basically the 5 to 6 star is a big deal. So if you're a 5-star Executor and the opponent has the right malevolence fleet, they'll pretty much beat you every time. Once you get the 6 star, you can get the speed high enough that it becomes a race. But even at 7 stars, if it's played right, the malevolence can get to its ult before you get to your ult on defense. Then, yeah, it's still a matchup that can work out for the malevolence. So at 6 stars, you get a chance of defending against a good opponent. Against bad opponents, I mean, they'll just lose to a 5-star Executor all the time. But yeah, even at 5 stars, I would put it on defense. If they have 4 good fleets, I might take it on offense and put both the Malevolence and Negotiator on defense and just use it on offense. So yeah, I think there's a big difference between 5 and 6 stars. If I only had a 4-star Executor, I would always use it on offense. I wouldn't put that on defense. It's too slow. If I have to fight someone twice my GP, I'm doing that all day long, says Chagrin PKC. Yeah, if you're fighting somebody twice your GP, you're probably... So here's my issue. I mean, I've been thinking about this ever since they announced this GAC method, this new system. If you go up 42 for each win and down 43 by each loss, if you go 3-0, it's 126 points that you go up. If you go 2-1, you go up by 41 points. So really, the key to this whole system is just playing for 2-1 every time. You go up in very small increments. You can, play at your level for a long time. And then, go 1-2 one time or something like that and get knocked back down. But it slows your climb down a lot. Your rewards are still good enough in all the 2-1, second, third, and fourth place. So there's a lot of advantage if you're savvy about this. There's a lot of advantage to just going 2-1 over and over again. And if I was fighting somebody at double my GP with just a ridiculous amount of stuff, I don't mind losing. I got to go 2-1 anyway, so what do I care if I lose? So for me, eventually you're going to get to the point where you're going to have to take that loss anyway. And I would rather have that be my loss than, play cheese to win. That's just me. I'm not telling you all what to do. I'm just, if you're watching my stream and I'm setting the standard for ethics, then that's my ethics. Everything above board. Joey the Goat says moral high ground. I like that. Nice. There's no penalty for it because it's not an exploit. Exactly, Sexy Revan. And if we're talking about ethics, I heard this good definition of ethics a long time ago. I've heard a couple things about ethics that I like a lot, and especially in a leadership position, like I am at work. These are things I think about. So the definition of ethics that I liked is ethics is the definition of what you're willing to do when you know that nobody's going to catch you. It's not about whether or not someone's watching, but what if you knew? What if you knew 100% for certain you'd never get caught? Would you steal, lie, cheat, murder somebody? What would you do if you absolutely knew for certain that you'd never get caught? And that's your ethics. That's who you are. That's who your ethics are at the heart of things. And I honestly think if I was confronted with something like that and I knew nobody would ever find out, I'd still do the same thing because I would know. And I read Crime and Punishment when I was quite young. And Crime and Punishment, Fyodor Dostoevsky, is a lot about how even though the guy doesn't get caught, he's punishing himself because he knows. And it's about that internal struggle and guilt and all that. But yeah, so that's a way to look at ethics. Another way, I had an old boss who told me one time, if you're facing a management decision that's in the gray area, and there are a lot of decisions that are in the gray area, you never know for sure if you're doing the right thing. The rules are clear but not clear enough, and you got to make a decision. Which side of the rules does this fall on? And he said, look, think of it this way. If somebody knew about your decision and they published it on the front page of the newspaper, your wife, your kid, and your mom all got to read that article, would you be proud of it? Could you defend your decision? Would you be happy with what you did? Could you go to sleep at night? And it's interesting, and I've actually used that with my team at work, and I said, okay, we're down to the last moments of making this decision, and there's good reasons to do it either way. Which one, if they published it in the newspaper, which one could we live with? And it's kind of a measuring stick, you know? It's a measuring stick to say what you're willing to do. So yeah, I think, of course, they've got 15 college courses you could take on ethics, so it's definitely not an easy subject, or let's say something that everybody agrees on the definition of ethics. That's not it either. So yeah, it's not an exploit. So it's an exploit. It's something that happens in the game. It's not wrong to use it. But in my opinion, it's not the way that it was intended to be played, so I'm not going to play it. That's the measuring stick that I use. I feel like people, at least for me, would start cheating or stealing, but then you would feel extremely guilty after a period of time. Benny Lau says, Vader, I see that Kenobi has taught you well. What if the authority, in this case CG, says that it's fair? If they came right out and said, it's our intention that you could place fewer defenses and get a better score. So if you have defensive teams that are so strong that you can defend without having to place any other defenses, you should get an advantage over your opponent. That's what we intended. Well, then I would use it. I would say, okay, they intended the game mode to be used that way. Then I'll have to use it, right? Put 3 GLs up front and no defenses behind and let it ride. So yeah, I think if they said that's how they intended the game to be played, then I would play it that way. But the whole thing about GAC is to use the absolute maximum amount of your roster. So I can't, with all of the stuff that's come out before, I can't believe that they would say, yeah, if you build a limited roster with very big characters, you can win GAC all day long and have an advantage over people. That's not money-making for them. I don't think it's what they would ever intend. But if they come right out and say it, that's how we intended this game mode to be played. All right, fine. Then it's fair game at that point. We've maintained the moral high ground, and we're playing it as intended. It's the shopping cart debate. Do you put it back because it's the right thing to do, or because you're afraid you will get in trouble? Chagrin says they have said it's fair. They said it's fair. Well, if you can drop something in the Discord or something and point me to that article, then I would appreciate being able to read that. I'm not going to take you at your word for that. I would actually want to read it. So, yeah. I think if you have a team that you know your opponent will not beat, like a GL, you already have a huge advantage. Why use cheesy trick to have more banners? If Kylo goes to a restaurant, does he get the first order? Nice. Blessed Carrot says, I don't believe it's fair. Chagrin says they said it's not an exploit. Yeah, but yeah. They said it's not intended but not an exploit. Exactly. Exactly, David Baker. That's what I would expect. I would expect them to say that. It's not intended. We're not going to go punish people who are doing it. Again, it's not your fault right? It's not your fault that the game works that way, and if you take advantage of it, it's fine. I'm just saying that for me, for my personal ethics, I wouldn't feel good about taking advantage of it. I want to win. I want to win as it is intended to be played. Didn't they say it won't be punished, assuming because it's the holidays and they won't fix it yet? Well, the reason it won't be punished is because it's not your fault. So again, with using real life examples, let's say I'm in plant. In my factory, safety comes first. It's not like there's a lot of people who say that safety comes first and they don't really mean it, but I really mean it. Nobody has to get hurt at work. There's rules there that are for your benefit, and you should follow them. So let's say an operator's supposed to have safety glasses on for it being in the factory. And instead of having them down over their eyes, they're wearing them up over their head, right? And you tell them, hey, Joe, put your glasses down. Now, there's a bunch of things you could do. You could say, okay, Joe, you know the rules. You know that you're supposed to have safety glasses. Come to my office. I'm writing you up. If you do this again, you're fired. You can threaten people. You can make them scared of the consequences. Or it could be that the person just forgot that they put their glasses up when they were on break, and you just give them a friendly reminder, hey, man, put your glasses down. And you can see by their expression, right? Oh, crap, man, I'm sorry, I forgot. Thanks. Appreciate you letting me know. And, I mean, if you have to tell the same guy that 7 or 8 times, that's different. But if it's just once, we should help people out. So within that within that context, what you're actually looking for is the concept of willful versus non-willful. And willful is when you say, okay, I know the rule, I don't care, I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to dare them to catch me. And some people do that. They know the rule, they don't want to follow it, they don't wear their safety glasses, and they try to get away with it. And after a couple times of friendly reminders, then those people get written up, and pretty soon they're either changing their habits or they're not going to work there, and that's it. So in this case, is it the exploit? An exploit is something in a game that you on your end have to do in a specific way to take advantage of something in the game that's not meant. And when I was playing World of Warcraft, they had an exploit. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you could get tons of whatever kind of currency this was by buying and selling things, and there was a certain vendor that had the wrong ratios, so you could buy it from one vendor and sell it to the other vendor and just do that infinitely and gain like tons of currency. I don't remember the exact exploit, but you had to do it. You had to actually do it in the game. Or if there's like a third-party software that you have to download to take advantage of it, then it's an exploit. It's clearly willful. You're trying to cheat, and you should be punished for it. In this case, the rules are what they are, and if you did it either by accident or on purpose, that's the way the game is set up right now. That's the rules, and you can take advantage of it, so it's not punishable. So it's the difference between willful and non-willful. Okay, now that people know and people are doing it, well, it's not your fault that the game is programmed wrong. Yeah, so that's what I would say. But yeah, for anybody who's out there in a management job or a supervisor job, if you can understand and differentiate between willful and non-willful and enforce that in the right way, you'll really get a lot more respect from your people, because they'll believe that you do indeed have their best interest in mind, that you care, that if they forget something by accident, that they're not going to get fired on the spot. They're going to get a sympathetic ear, and then you'll listen to them and be reasonable. And for the people who are intentionally breaking the rules, they'll be gone. That leads to the feeling of a very fair work environment. And a lot of young supervisors mess that up. I messed it up when I was younger as a supervisor. I always thought, the company hired me to follow the rules, and if the rules are broken, then the rules get enforced. And I was way too heavy on the enforcement side. And this idea of willful versus non-willful is what I think made a huge difference for me in my perception of fairness in the workplace. And helped me with employee engagement scores and things like that. So, yeah, another concept. And again, it's, just loosely applying it to this, to me, makes sense. All right. A Swgoh stream turned into DL's words of wisdom. Yeah. Well, if I help somebody with any of these discussions, if I help them in their real life, then that always makes me feel good. So for whatever that's worth, for whatever you guys want to listen to, then a little bit of a life lesson. And, if you're not in a position of leadership and you feel like somebody's being treated unfairly, it's also a concept that you can introduce to somebody else in your organization and just say, look, man, there's a difference between intentional and non-intentional, and let this guy off the hook. He made a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. Was it intentional? I had a CEO of my company I used to work for was in a presentation one time, and he said, if you're going to make a mistake, have the courage to do it. Get on with it. Try it. If it doesn't work, keep going, because some of the best science and innovation in the world comes on the heels of people who take chances. So take chances. If you're going to make 13 mistakes and they're the same one over and over again, you need to go do that for the competitor. So I like that, It's fine to make mistakes. Get busy with it. Go out there, take some risk. But just don't make the same one over and over again. All right. Janet Baker says, and refuse to write sentences. Indeed, yeah. These are the life lessons that we have, right? Yeah. Forget by accident rings a bell on a kid that forgot the instrument to his music classes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Blessed Carrot. I mean, I didn't do it intentionally, but certainly, like I said, if it happens over and over again, there has to be consequences. And the lesson from all of that is you gotta, if you're going to make the same mistake over and over again, you do have to accept the consequences. That's for sure. There's a difference between ruling with fear and ruling with respect. A leader who rules with respect will always have more loyal followers than one who rules with fear. That's exactly it, Nisus. And in safety especially, I say this very often to people, if I do more enforcement and make people afraid, it's only effective as long as I'm watching. So if people aren't willingly following the rules, then it's my job to get them to the point where they're convinced by their own choice that it's the right thing to do. And if they can never convince themselves that it's the right thing to do, they just have to leave. And it's like you said, it's leading with respect. But if you're in a position of leadership, you will understand some people will put that respect to the test to the point where you have no other choice than enforcement. Yeah. Impartial and just treatment or behavior without favoritism or discrimination is the definition of fairness. This situation seems to meet the definition. Impartial and just treatment or behavior without favoritism or discrimination. Nice. Joey the Goat says Jabba ruled with fear and Boba intends to rule with respect. I don't know if that final scene in Mandalorian was him being respectful. He seemed kind of intimidating to me. All right, let's get into this Grand Arena. Enough chatting about that stuff. All right. Fleet-wise, looked at the capital ships. We've got Negotiator, Malevolence, Finalizer, all of the other stuff, even Radis. No Executor yet, though. Some of his ships still need a little bit of work. I'm surprised that this Vulture droid is down here at 3 stars. He seems to have most of the other stuff worked up. So, yeah. Rebel fleet somewhere in here. Empire fleet, First Order fleet. And it looks like he does have the Resistance fleet under Radis built out. So, interesting choices. Character-wise, Lord Vader, Supreme Leader Kylo, Rey, Jedi Master Luke, Sith Eternal down here. Yikes. At 6.3 million galactic power. So I've said before that basically you could build Galactic Legends and just let that be your journey guide. Just build the characters that build Galactic Legends. And if you did that, this is what your account would look like. Right? That's what this guy has done. He's pretty much focused straight up on just getting all the Galactic Legends, and he's got them. And he's got Maul, and he's got our Commander Ahsoka Tano, Jedi Knight Luke, all the goodies in between. He doesn't have wasted relics on Night Sisters and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So, yeah, this account's pretty much all the relics that are required for GLs. Interesting account. He does have General Skywalker too, so he's got, of course, the stuff on that journey as well. Brutal. So just as a way of thinking for you guys, what I thought to myself is he'll probably put 2 Galactic Legends on defense and keep 3 for offense. Seems logical to me. But the risk that he could put 3 or 4 of them on defense, basically, you got to keep the C for offense. I know at lower levels C can be dangerous, but at 6.3 million galactic power, putting C on defense is kind of a risk because there's a lot of ways to two-shot the Emperor, if nothing else. But with these other 4 Galactic Legends, I felt like I would just take everything on offense. Just with the idea that I would probably have to fight more than 1 GL on defense, I just took everything on offense. Crazy good account. If we look at mods, his mods are good. So he's got good mods, good account. Probably going to build Executor as a fleet. Scary. JML and C, no alt. Yeah, he's working on C right now. So the C is only Relic 3, no alt. So C is being worked on. JML, I understand from some prior conversations that you don't need the alt on JML. That he works just fine without the alt. So even that it may be, I won't say an advantage to not give him the alt, but certainly an advantage in the sense that you don't need to farm those tokens. So you guys tell me what you've heard, but I've heard that JML is just fine without the alt. Yeah, like I said, C is going to be on defense or offense. We know that. All right, so what I did, and this defense got me thinking because my Padme Cat is a pretty effective defense. And with Cat in the Rey team and Padme with the Bad Batch, I'm kind of losing out on my ability to put together that Cat team if I wanted it. So I think for the next round of Grand Arena, I'm probably going to plan to get the Padme team back together with Cat. I will probably do Rey without Cat, and try to optimize the efficiency of making more good teams rather than trying to make one team that's even better. Because the Rey team with Cat hasn't been so much better that I feel like putting it there, whereas the Padme team with Cat demands a pretty good response. So, again, it's just about stretching the opponent's resources out, and I think maybe it'll work better that way. But okay, so I just put a bunch of teams here to try to steal banners. I put the Mon Mothma on defense. This version is pretty lame. Cara Dune's pretty weak, so it's not a great version of the Mon Mothma team, but I literally ran out of defensive teams. I got to keep the bounty hunters on offense in case there's a gas. There's just so much stuff that I had to keep on offense against this guy that I just ended up with a bunch of ugly defense. Just threw down the best stuff I could in this front zone here. We got a bounty hunter team. It's a bunch of relics, but this team's not good. This team's not good. This is okay. This is mediocre. So yeah, it's not very threatening defense against my opponent, but yeah. So I went heavier on offense this time, and I did put the Negotiator and the Executor on defense. Like I always do, this has become very predictable, but I don't care. I mean, I don't even care if my opponent knows exactly what fleets I'm going to put down. I like that strategy a lot. It's worked out for me, and I'm just going to keep doing it. All right, his defenses. So he put Gas, Rey, Lord Vader at Relic 8 with a Relic 8 Maul. Yikes. We got CLS here. We can Trooper this. Probably SLKR here. Maybe we do a Rey versus Rey mirror match. And then we can maybe use C here. Or use Bounty Hunters. I feel like my Rey might actually be in better shape than his. He's got a very healthy Rey, his straight health Rey, whereas I have the damage Rey with Cat. So I feel like I could beat this Rey with Rey in a mirror. SLKR beats this pretty handily. So I don't know. What do you guys think on Lord Vader? Knowing I have all three of my GLs, I've got C, Rey, and SLKR. I feel like to beat Vader, I have to use SLKR, and I have to throw in Watt and put the tank tech onto SLKR to keep away all of the nasty debuffs. I feel like that's the way that I have to do it. If anybody's got more experience with this matchup than I do, let me know what you think is the best idea. JML's ult is essential for beating Lord Vader and Kenobi. Okay, all right. Joey the Goat says, I remember full clearing means nothing now. It's all about the win. Because of C's relic icon, red knot. Okay. Honestly, I have no idea what the ult even does. JML's ult is essential. He might have finished the ult for JML, but instead of applying, he's waiting to get JMK. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, because he can get the 10 tokens and just have the 10 tokens in the bank. And then once JMK is unlocked, he can use those tokens for JMK and then go back to farming the ones for JML. So you may be right. Mr. Rice gives me a super chat. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Mr. Rice. $5. Thanks for the awesome content, sir. Also, Relic Knight Sisters are a bad team, in your opinion. Relic Knight Sisters. No, Relic Knight Sisters are awesome. Okay, don't get me wrong. Knight Sisters are a very... they're a great team. They can do a lot on offense or defense. It's an opportunity cost. So right now, the Knight Sisters are not a requirement for any Galactic Legend or Journey character or anything like that. So if you relic the Knight Sisters, you get one good team. It's not a team that builds you toward a Galactic Legend. So the reason why I wouldn't recommend relicking Knight Sisters is simply that. It doesn't build you toward a bigger goal. But just the Knight Sister team themselves, if you wanted to relic the Knight Sisters, they are nasty. It is a nasty team, and you can do a lot with it. Yep. I think your best bet is to clear bottom and leave the top. SLKR ramping damage is the best option for Vader. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we got to do. Just ramp damage against Vader, and we got 2 tanks and a Maul to kill. So we're going to lose the whole team, and we just got to try to figure out how to make it so that SLKR can hold out. And he makes these guys so they can't be crit, right? There's like something in here at the start of the battle, blah, blah, blah. Reduce damage, fear, taunt, marked, mastery, stuff. Okay. When an enemy critically hits, they have minus 30% critical damage stacking for 3 turns. Isn't there something in his kit that... Well, below 80% health, they can't be critically hit. Is that it? I can actually critically hit these guys above 80% health? Immune to damage over time. Well, there's something here. Underestimated in the Galactic Legend. Huh, okay. Maybe they don't prevent critical hits. All right, so we need troopers. We need SLKR, Ray, and C. So basically we just save our 4 best teams. Just what we got to do. All right. Now he does have BB-8 stuck in here with the Grievous team. So that's going to mean that they go first. So with Revan, do I even care if they go first? It doesn't make that big of a difference, right? I mean, the Revan team works pretty much. We get beat up pretty badly with the Revan team every time anyway. So I don't mind if he goes first. I don't feel like that even changes much, does it? In order to beat that with confidence, you'll want armor or 2 with SLKR. With only Watt, you should be able to get very close to killing Lord Vader. Might kill him, but might need to clean up. I know you want armor with C, so it might not be best to go in with only Watt and then clean up Lord Vader if you fail. You know, if I could beat Lord Vader for sure with C, with SLKR, Watt, and armor, I'll do that. And then if I can save C for the... I can save C for anything. I can use him solo somewhere. Because in theory, I can also just beat the gas with my bounty hunter team. So I beat gas with bounty hunters. Then C is free. He's freed up to beat something else later. All right, let's get in there. Let's go ahead and take a whooping from this Grievous right up front here. All right, there we go. Bang, bang, bang. So much damage. All right, let's see. And he's taunting, so we'll send Yoda over there to get rid of that. We'll do this. Oh boy, counterattacks. We're not going to do buffs right now because everybody has buff immunity anyway. Let's go over here and hit him. All right. Now let's pass this around to Yoda, get some health back. Now let's put the buffs up. Get Yoda going again. And I think what we're going to do here is mark this Grievous and try to kill him. Okay, come on, Revan, get a turn, buddy. Oh, save your down. Okay. All right, let's get in there and try to get Grievous gone. Oh, Yoda's stunned. Oh, Bastila is down. All right, let's dispel all debuffs on target other ally. We'll use that. Get in there on Grievous. Come on, guys, we need you. Ooh, Revan down too. All right. Let's do this. And let's go over here. All right, these guys are whooping us. Get everybody back. Get a little healing. Okay, maybe I just need to take out this Magna Guard at this point because I don't have my mark up anytime soon. Okay, let's get Yoda. Yoda already had it. I should have given that to Revan. Let's do this again. Get buff shared. Pass this back around again. That'll set Grievous off. Oh, man. What's the right thing to do here? What's the right thing to do here? We could try to kill the B1 battle droid. This will give 3... No, I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's just kill BB-8. If we have to come in and clean it up, we don't want him in here anymore. All right, Bendo, you got any resurrects left in you? Nope. I don't know that he can survive until the next round. Oof. Oh, well. Okay. All right, let's clean this up. Let's get in here and clean this up. Yeah, I was kind of surprised there. I really couldn't get anything going on... Couldn't get anything going on my mark. Grievous took too many turns. Okay, let's get rid of the battle droid first with all the assists that we can put together here. Let's put this over on Echo. I will taunt right now just for a second. Okay, let's throw a grenade. Get that out of here. Wow, ARC Trooper's still hanging on. At least for a second anyway. All right, that should do it. Cleaned him up. Ugly. Okay, these guys, Padme and Bad Batch has worked against them several times. So we're going to go ahead with that. See if we can work through them yet again. There's no Kylo Ren, regular Kylo Ren with them this time, so should be okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's just kick Phasma. Give her a boot. Get people under stealth. Alright, area effect. Yeah, put them under stealth again, why not? Get some courage stacks going. But then we're going to want these courage stacks to get used up on this executioner, I think. Knives. Yeah. Oh, come on. Alright, now we got to get Phasma back under control. Alright. Hit him again. I think this trooper's probably a bigger problem. Yeah, I definitely need to get the Bad Batch stand alone because you can see Padme loses protection and she doesn't gain it back. They can continue to gain back protection, which is just insane. These guys are good. They are good. All right, courage stacks. Got courage stacks on everybody. And courage finishes the battle. Would marking B1 maybe have changed how that went? Yeah, B1 or B2. Since the Grievous was only Relic 4, I thought I could take him. The problem was, because he went fast, it's probably just that he took too many turns. So every time he takes turns, he's draining health from all the other droids and getting more health himself. And he just had too much. He had too many turns. We gave him too many turns. That's what it came down to. So by the time I marked him, he already had his health ramped up, and I couldn't get through him. So I definitely should have marked the B2, I think, instead of the Grievous at that point. And it definitely could have gone differently at that point. All right. So Trooper and Shock T versus Lord Vader. I don't have a relic Shock T, so we're not going to get that, unfortunately. All right, this Newt Gunray with all relics here. We got our Mon Mothma team on defense. What do we think about CLS here? What do we think about CLS? You guys told me that I need the Zeta on Chewie to counter gas. So I don't think we can use Commander Luke against gas, right? So we have to use this team against something. And I've actually got tenacity on a lot of these guys, so that makes Dooku less of a threat. Just come in here right away and shoot Dooku's face off. Mariano says, didn't realize you were streaming. Oh, well, welcome. Glad you're here. All right, so maybe CLS is overkill for this, but I don't think they're beating anyone in that top zone. And we still have quite a lot of good teams to go, so yeah, maybe we just do this. Get through to the back wall and see what we got. We still got a Mon Mothma team to beat, but I feel like we'll just, put Nest in and deal with that. All right, Dooku down. Gotta love it. Oh. Well, we didn't get Droideka down. All right, let's shrug it off. Pop Newt. See if we can get a stun on him. That's good. Get some assists to finish him. Hit Newt. Ooh. So much taxes to pay. All right, get her out of here. Get him out of here. Not paying no stinking extortion. All right. Love that you have a tough matchup on the main account. Kind of tired of the lesser opponents on the DL account. Yeah, we had a pretty good opponent for the last matchup with the Loquitur account. That was a tough full clear that we had. We had to get high banners. He cleared me. I had to clear him. So yeah, my best opponent on the Loquitur account was last round. It is good to have good opponents though, right? It's not very exciting for you guys if it's just, oh, yawn, win another matchup. Okay. All right. Let's get in there and do our typical thing. Go for the loop with Biggs and see how much stacking we can do right away. All right. She didn't even counterattack. She's like, I ain't attacking Biggs. Got nothing. All right. Ramp, Nest, ramp. Get him. Is there any reason we don't just put this in auto? I think we can just put it in auto, right? Then we can chat about something else. Let's catch up on chat over here. Blessed Carrot says, hey, I'm signing off. It's 2 a.m. on this side of the world. Well, thanks for joining us, Blessed Carrot. You're an awesome person. You seem like a really good guy. So thanks for joining us and see you around. I'm starting the SLKR unlock tomorrow with the finalizer event. How much time does it take to unlock him? It takes probably a couple weeks to unlock a Galactic Legend. I think on the Loquitur account for C, it took just over 2 weeks to get the GL unlocked, if I remember correctly. And then it took me a little over 3 weeks to get the alt. So the alt, you have to do 2 worthless battles that each cost you 70 tokens. They don't get you anything except to the final battle. Then you have to do the final battle 10 times for 70 tokens. So you need 840 tokens to get the ultimate on the character. So 5 or 6 weeks if you're playing, free to play with minimal refreshes, with normal like 50 refreshes. If you're doing something different and you're doing 100 refreshes or you're a pay-to-play player, then of course you can speed up that timeline by 50% at least. Just do the hundreds every day, and you'll get it almost twice as fast. All right, now let's go over here to Han. See what we can do about him. There he goes. Last round with you, Biggs. All right. Can you make 2 good teams of bounty hunters when you have the Zam Omicron? Yes, you can make 2 really good teams of bounty hunters. The problem is Grief and Bosk. So Grief and Bosk both call mass assists, and if you put them both in the same team, you can get a very fast contract with Aura Singh leadership, with Bosk leadership. Depending on the matchup, you can get a really fast contract. So that's the thing. If you're going to put them all in one team, then I would say Zam goes into the team that's not a fast contract team. The other thing that you can do is put Zam in your best team, and then it really becomes, if you've got Bosk, Zam, I like Aura Singh in the lead, Grief, and the Mandalorian, that team counters gas. So, so you can use her there, and then whatever bounty hunters you have left over, then you make your leftover bounty hunter team out of them. But if you really want to make 2 good teams, you got to kind of split that up a little bit. All right, Qui-Gon Jinn, and I assume that Qui-Gon Jinn does have the Omicron. Yeah, well, in Grand Arenas, bad things happen. So he's got the Omicron on Qui-Gon. So we pretty much have to use Vader down here. So if we use Vader here, then who do we have to kill Geos? Now we still got stuff. We still got Lucifer, right? We still got some other stuff. How much health and protection does Qui-Gon have? 16 and 13. So 30,000. That's got to get us through the first hit, right? Yeah. Vader in a tank. Keep Anakin ability blocked so he only kills your tank and Vader kills everyone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The question is, where are you taking your Qui-Gon Jinn? I don't have him assigned yet, do I? Yeah, no, Qui-Gon Jinn isn't assigned. Can I beat something up here with Qui-Gon Jinn? I don't think I need to, do I? But I've got Qui-Gon Jinn as a backup for something, right? So I can use him somewhere if I need to. Use him somewhere if I need to. Best fifth on a Mara Jade team with EP Thrawn, RG Shore, or MT and someone else. So you would need EP in the lead, Vader with EP, Vader, Thrawn, RG or Shore, and then Mara Jade. Right? Mara Jade. Yeah, so you want Vader, Thrawn, Emperor Palpatine in the lead, of course, Mara herself, and then a tank. That's what makes the most sense to me. And like you said, either Shore or Royal Guard, either one's good. Either one's okay. Benny Lau says Shore because he heals and Thrawn gain protection. Shore would be better for banners, so that's accurate. Okay, so let's take the Vader team in here and let's play around with this. So what we want is, do we need Thrawn in there or not? Do we need Thrawn in here? I feel like we don't need Thrawn, right? We can save him for something else, can't we? I feel like we can save Thrawn for something else. Let's see. The question is that very first, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do the first Force Crush. I don't want to take the chance that I accidentally kill Qui-Gon with the Force Crush. That would be a total disaster. So we'll have to go in here, just go straight into Merciless Massacre, hit him first with a basic, then we'll do a Force Crush on Plo, then we'll kill Qui-Gon, setting off Anakin, and then we'll go through and tap, 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 and then that could set off Anakin again. That could set off Anakin a second time. Let me do the first Force Crush. No, I think we have to basic here. You know what? I think we don't do Force Crush at all the first time around. We have to, though. We definitely risk setting Anakin off twice. Definitely a chance that he gets set off twice. So we Force Crush on Plo, we kill him, set Anakin off. As long as the Force Crush doesn't kill Plo, then we're good. We get through the first round. Yeah, maybe we do need Thrawn in there. Let's see what you guys have to say. Vader basic JKA at start. Thrawn fractures JKA. Okay, so you're saying just do a basic attack and put that on Anakin. And then Thrawn fractures JKA. Force Crush on Plo. Oh, we can't kill Plo. That's perfect. We can't actually kill Plo. But we still could get him set. We could set him off. Okay. So let's walk through this again. So let's say we did it this way. Vader goes first. He tags, just does a basic here. If we do that, and then we pass the turn to Vader without doing a fracture, Then we can go into Merciless Massacre. We can hit here. If we set him off, we can immediately ability block him again. Kill Qui-Gon, set him off again. Finish out the Merciless Massacre and control it from there. I like that. I like just doing a basic and then passing it back over to Vader. Because if we do the fracture here, I guess fracture works too, but then you got to wait for Vader to get back around and they all get to go. Yeah, he sets off under 50. So I think that's what we do. We just do a basic here, mark him. Thrawn passes over the turn. If Thrawn goes first, then we just kick Jedi Knight Anakin, and then we go with Vader. Okay. I think Vader should go first. They're crappy characters. They won't do any harm. Joey, I'm telling you, man, they do tons of damage. They do tons of damage. You got to know that, man. All right, so here we go. We just go in here and tap him on the shoulder and give him an ability block. Then we're going to pass it over here. Pass it over here. Go into Merciless Massacre. Target Plo. Do that. Then we're going to kill Qui-Gon Jinn, and that'll set off Anakin. Then we're going to go back to Anakin, mark him again, and then we're just going to do basics here and here. Then we will get that, and Anakin goes again. And we're pretty much in control, right? Now, they got stupid damage right now. They have 400% additional offense, just craziness. So we're going to kick her. Oh, should have kicked Anakin. Yikes. Should have kicked Anakin. All right. We lived, though. We lived through it. Merciless Massacre. Yeah, she had so much turn meter and he had none. So I thought surely that was going to work out better than it did. Okay, that cost us a lot of banners. We definitely 100% should have kicked Anakin at that point. My bad. That's my bad. All right, Gear 11 Nest. Can we take out a Gear 11 Nest with Kylo Ren masked? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. But we have to kill her second. We have to kill Zalbar first, and then we have to kill Nest while we have stacking damage. And then I think we're good. All right. The Gear 12 Barris dealt 8k damage on a basic. They're scary. I'm telling you guys. The Jedi do scary, scary damage under that Omicron. All right. Juhani's taunting. Stop taunting me. All right, we can kill Zalbar now. Okay, another stun. A bunch more damage. All right, come on. More damage, more damage, more damage. There we go. Now we got to kill Nest next. Juhani's in the way again. Quit taunting, Juhani. All right, here we go. Let's get Nest. Okay, get her. That's a good hit. Okay, stun, 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 blind. All right, damage is stacking. Juhani's in the way again. All right, all right. Stack them up. Get the blind out of here. All right, there we go. Nest is down. You're down. Mission's going down. Everybody's down. 69 banners. Back on track. The only reason that battle was won was because Anakin didn't crit the Emperor. I have a question. I have built a Bastila team and Geos with Newt. My goal is going for Padme. Would you still recommend Phoenix first? I mean, if you're already in progress and you don't need the Phoenix, then don't go build them until you need Thrawn. So build the Phoenix when you need Thrawn. Otherwise, they're optional. But yeah, I mean, Phoenix are a good first. They're the training wheels, right? And then when you get to level 65 and you're working on your Geos for fleet, you just ignore your Phoenix for the rest of the game till you need Thrawn. All right, let's try this one with the Rey mirror match, and let's use our good Rey team and see if we can get through this. Okay. Rey mirror match. Here we go. Gotta focus up for this one. Okay, let's put this on Cat. And let's hit Poe. We'll just do damage and just take a little protection away. It doesn't even matter who I put this Shen on. It's pretty useless. In this team, there's not a really good way to get her cooldowns cooling down. Okay. 10 missiles. Do it on Poe. And let's target Rey Scav. Get her out of here. Okay. Try to heal up that IG unit a little bit here. We'll have to get some protection back on him now, or he won't live through the ult. Yeah, I'll just do this. Okay, now we get into our ult. She goes off against us, and we don't care, right? Good stuff. And then we do our ult, which was surprisingly lackluster. All right, he's got... we'll go back into some lifeblood over here, try to get our whirlwind back up and going. Whoosh. Okay. We got to get this holdo to take a turn. Does this kill her through damage immunity? I think it does, right? It still kills her. Rose Tico. We just put Rose Tico into damage immunity. We didn't even kill her. Okay, we're sharing this ult among 5 people, so it doesn't seem too scary. I think we'll get into our ult and be able to stop it. All right, do your thing, Rey. We don't care. Shank Rose Tico. And then this ult is on 1 character, so should be plenty. All right. Good deal. 1 out of the way. 1 out of the way. Let's do CLS next. The Raid Troopers. And we like killing CLS first. Even though that may not seem like the right way to go. Okay, Dark Trooper is out of commission. Let's link over here actually. And because Dark Trooper's out of commission, then I think we have to change our plan and actually hit Chewbacca first. Okay, Gideon down. Let's take out 3PO and Chewie. Too much damage, boys. Yikes. Okay, Piet down. Dark Trooper almost down. Let's see if we can kill him. And we got another cleanup situation. The stun on the Dark Trooper. No good. No good. All right, let's see. Who do we clean this up with? Qui-Gon? We can clean that up with Qui-Gon, can't we? Yeah, I think for sure we can clean that up with Qui-Gon. We also have Rey. Still got to figure out how to beat the Geos down bottom. We still got Triumvirate for Geos. I mean, that's easy, right? Triumvirate versus Geos is a no-brainer. All right. We'll leave that for cleanup. All right, let's get in here. So you guys are saying SLKR. This. Wat Tambor. And the Armorer. So this. My armor is pretty fast, but they're definitely going to get to go first. Maul will go crazy on the Armorer. So this is our best shot at Vader, right? Okay. All right. So the key is we've just got to get the armor buff onto Kylo. We've got to get both buffs on, no crits, cleanse debuffs. So we're in a hurry because we can't time out. That's kind of ugly. All right. Let's do this first. All right, let's give him a stab. And then let's mass assist on that Royal Guard. Okay. This is inconvenient. They haven't hurt anybody badly enough for me to have 3 stacks on the... Oh, there we go. There we go. Got the 3rd stack. Okay. So now we just ramp, right? We just ramp damage. Okay. Try to take some mastery away from these guys. Well, he'll take the rest of the mastery away from them. Get that out of here. Get this out of here. Okay. All right, get in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the ramp before I go into my alt. Let's do stab, stab, ramp. Halfway done, boys, halfway done. Okay. He's going off again. We're getting some pretty good hits off. All right, all right, all right. That counterattack is helping out. We like that. Got him. Did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, so now we have Sith Eternal and we have Bounty Hunters. I think... Can Sith Eternal beat Gas? Can Sith Eternal with no Watt, no armor, no nothing? Can we beat Gas? Sure, right? All we need to do is have some more Sith to put in there. The only Sith we have are the Triumvirate. Well, that's no good. All right, let's go to this back wall. Okay, let's go to this back wall. And let's do... Do we want to do Bounty Hunters here or Qui-Gon? Or do we want to try Qui-Gon on... I mean, Qui-Gon won't work on Gas, right? Because you'll go off and all you'll do is make Gas sit down, right? So we've got Qui-Gon, we've got Rey. These Geos only have one gear 12, so it's not very threatening. So maybe we just take in Rey. Rey doesn't really have any area effect, though. We got the burning from R2 and not much beyond that. Does this team beat Geos? We refer to Geos as they. Why not Bounty Hunters versus Gas? Because I used my Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon is required with the Bounty Hunter counter for Gas. So without the Gideon to pull turn meter from him right away, then the counter doesn't work. In the future, I have a Relic 7 Zam Wesell that I can bring on offense and have the counter. And I won't need the Moff Gideon in there anymore. So we've got some things in the works, but they're not available for me today. Not sure how it works without the Hero Bros. All right, well, if we're not sure how it works, then we just do this. Because I honestly don't think the Geos can beat this, right? Even if they beat Qui-Gon, then there's no way. There's absolutely no way that they can beat this team. The Geos can't beat this team. No way. Zero chance. Now watch, they'll beat it, and I'll be really embarrassed. We can just kill this guy right away. Smash him. Yeah. 65 banners. Good. Good enough. Done. Okay, so then for the gas team, we can throw in C with Ye Old Triumvirate. And, Shore Trooper. My lame little Shore Trooper. He's got some growing up to do. All right. This actually makes it worse. This makes it worse. Let's see. Hit, isolate. You don't actually want to do damage to gas, right? You want gas to sit down, and you don't want him to stand back up. With this team, the problem I'm going to have, I do damage to gas, he won't be permanently seated, and he'll stand back up. So this is actually strictly worse. But then when he stands back up, if I can have the... You know what? Maybe I'll try to... I can't try to sit him down without linking. That doesn't work either. So we got to link gas and then do as little damage to him as possible. I almost wish that I'd saved Hermit Yoda. I would go in here with just C and Hermit Yoda or something like that. This is worse. It's actually worse to have more characters in here. I would worry about Solo because big relics on the team. That's exactly what I'm worried about. That's what I am worried about. There are a lot of big relics on this team. All right, well, we're going to go in here with this. If we can at least get a couple of them dead, then, we got like 2 or 3 teams left to try to work through it. So, yeah, having given up both my Watt and my armor at the same time is inconvenient. But let's just hope that they're so fast that they're going to go ahead of the whole rest of the team. We'll just count on Rex going next. And then Anakin can sit down. And we should be okay. That looks good. It looks like he's completely out of protection. Okay. So we can isolate 5s right away. Don't know that does us much good, but... All right. Just got to work our way through these clones. Okay. Now Rex is going to get off 1 Rexolate, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we hit him hard enough that we're okay. Okay. We'll link these 2 up just to reduce damage and try to keep Scion alive. All right. All right, let's kill Echo. Held by Hatred does nothing, right? Well, it heals me up, so there's that, but it actually won't resurrect me because of C. All right, get this out of here. Get a cooldown. All right, Gas, what you got? Oh, he got Nihilist. That's what he got. I'm nowhere even close to the ult again, but all right, fine. We got it. We got it, boys. We got it. This is an ugly, ugly, ugly battle that we've gone through here. Woo! All right. So what we can do here, we can put together this scoundrel team. We will bring bounty hunters. And we could put another bounty hunter here. Or, you know, we could do this too. Does he only resurrect light side allies? What does this even do? Other scoundrel allies when he... Okay, blah, blah, blah. When another light side scoundrel ally is defeated. Okay, it's only light side. Only light side that helps with. So let's swap out Bosk and Aura and try to clean this battle up for good banners. Came super late. How's it going? It's going okay. It's going okay. We're fighting up against the guy with 5 Galactic Legends. Looks like we'll be able to get a full clear, but it's dicey. It is dicey. Scary. Let's see. Let's send in Grief Cargo over here. Let's do this. Bonk. All right, let's do this. Let's do the taunt. All right, shoot him. Mass assist again, get some protection back, get some protection back again. All right, how we doing, guys? Looks good. Finish it off. Where did Luke go? All right, so we dropped the battle on Luke. We dropped a battle on Grievous. That's it for dropped battles, though, right? So far. We still have ships to go. That's it so far. Yeah, okay. So we got... It feels a lot worse, guys. It feels like we've stumbled a lot, but it's really just those 2 battles. Just the CLS and the Grievous. All right, so we have the Resistance and the Negotiator. Let's fight this first with Grievous. Try to pull in all of our good Separatists. And then we're going to bring in the cheese. And I think I'm going to commit Plo over here. I might need Plo over here. Nope, I'm not going to commit Plo over here. We're going to go for the win. We're just going to get the banners however we need to get them. We'll put this rebel tank in maybe. We need one more ship, either a stealth ship or a tanky ship. Maybe we put in another stealthy ship. All right, we'll put in another stealth ship. More cheese. Here we go. Grief and Mando are light side. Yeah, I guess Vandor could work with 2 of the bounty hunters, but it doesn't seem like a good plan going in trying to get 2 of them taken care of. Well, let's do some damage on him with buzz droids. Get a stun on him. All right. Let's see. If we do the area effect now, we might pop his unending loyalty. You know what, guys? I'm just going to kill him. I'm not going to go for the carpet bombing yet. Got to take them Anakins where you can get them. And the carpet bombing will still be waiting for us later. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. We get 5s. That's a good target for us. Ooh, he's a beefy boy. Beast. All right. Lost his taunt, though. Okay. Buzz droids are buzzing these guys down, boys. All right, we've got 5 ships on the field, so we're not going to do another skill. We don't want to waste it. 5s died to the buzz droid. Aggro. Done. 67 banners. That felt easy. That felt easy for some reason. I'm not sure why that went so easily. All right, bring in a couple reinforcements here. Bring this in. And if I remember right, there are so many foresights. You know what? I just thought of that. That Galactic Challenge would probably be easier to beat with this Resistance fleet, because they get like silly amounts of foresight. All right, big hit. Get it out of there. Race Gav down. All right. See, they got more foresight now again. All right, get some damage over times on me. Sure, why not? All right, peel away these buffs. Pull an assist. Get that X-Wing out of here. Take turn meter there. Big hit. 70 banners. We recovered something, guys. We recovered something. All right, so now we still got a chance to win if the opponent stumbles. He's got 3 GLs on offense, right? We only saw 2 on defense. So he's got JML, C, and SLKR all on offense. He's got... actually, he put a lot of his good teams down on defense, didn't he? He's got Revan for offense still. Both Revans and a Malak, right? Yeah, he's got the Darth Revan. He's got Jedi Knight Revan. He's got Bad Batch. He's got the Jedi Training Rey team. He's got a Wampa that he can solo something with. Ooh, it's looking pretty grim. It's looking pretty grim, boys and girls. Yeah, 3 GLs on offense. Plus, Padme and Jedi Knight Luke. And, yeah, no, he's got... We're just going to have to hope that he stumbles. We're going to have to hope that he stumbles on fleet. This is our great hope, right? Our hope, our prayer at this is that this Executor is unbeatable. If he can't get through that, then, maybe that's it. Maybe that gives us a chance. Siona says the same thing. He might stumble on fleet. Can he counter the Executor? Yeah, you guys came to the same conclusion I did. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's all about fleet. It's all about whether or not he can beat both of these fleets. Because he did put his Negotiator on defense. He's got the Malevolence on offense. That's fine. Yeah, so he's got a chance to beat this Executor with the Malevolence. But then, the Negotiator still needs to be beaten with something. So, yeah, he'll He'll potentially have to work at that. He does have a rebel fleet, though. Yeah, so he could, even if he has to do it in 2 shots, he can probably, between the finalizer and the rebel fleet, he's probably got it. Yeah, so we just got to hope. We got to hope that he stumbles on fleets. Should we send this guy a message? What do you think, chat? Send him a message. That was a very strong defense. Great teams, man. Good luck on your end for the offense side. It was a fun match. All right, so, props to my opponent. What a great account, 5 GLs at 6.3 million galactic power. That's fantastic. I wouldn't have wanted to fight that guy in the old GAC system either. Impressive. Most impressive. Yeah. I won't tell him that I'm on YouTube until after he plays his offense, and then if he reads my comment, then I'll send him another one back after he's played and let him know that he can watch me on the offensive side of it. Hey, no game crash today, though, guys. So no game crash. That's rock solid. We made it through without. If we'd have lost the battle on this one, we probably would have never recovered it. So, all right. Well, that's probably going to wrap it up for me for tonight. I didn't get anything to eat earlier today, setting up for the stream. Got kind of a hurry, so I need to go get me some food. And, I'll talk to all you guys later. Remember to hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. Use your easy for me to say. Use your like saber if you haven't already. That helps me, helps the channel, and it's for free. Subscribe, hit the notification bell to watch more videos like this in the future. And if you haven't already joined us over on Discord, get on over there. It's a really fun group of people. All the people you see in chat are over there hanging out, getting questions asked and answered, and talking about all of their impressive victories in Grand Arena. So it's a fun place to be. Link is in the description down below. Hit us up. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next Holocron.